One, two, testing. Cool. Okay, it works. So, I left the last vlog off. I left it off right as I was about to do a 2K. I was right on the cusp of. In my mind, I was right on the cusp of the third 8. I just wanted to solidify my place in that 8. That for me, bearing in mind where I was like a month prior, that for me would have been a few goals ticked off this season. I would have been really content with that. So yeah, we thought this was going to be the last 2K of the season at the time, and it was the last 2K. I'd done two 2Ks already this season, all like this calendar year. The last one was 621 point. I can't remember if I explained this in the other vlog. The previous 2K I'd done was 621.9, something like that. 621.7 maybe. I really wanted to go sub 620. I've spent 9 years in the 620s. The last time I broke sort of 10-second barrier, so 630, was when I was 18. So 9 years ago, which ironically was which coincidentally was my last full season. I'd done some good erg prep. I'd done some good 2K erg prep up to this point, and based on the ergs that I was doing, what I'd achieved on them, the prep ergs, and what I'd got previously on the same ergs, I was definitely on course to break sub 620. I was pretty confident about it. Day comes around, I feel good. I carb load massively now. I try and stay really relaxed throughout the day. I think I was a little bit more nervous this time around because I was trying to break a barrier, but still kept it pretty chill. So on the day, it was quite hot. It was really hot. Might be too hot. This was also the day before I was going to get to camp, so it was really hot, and it was probably it was too hot in the erg room. So they were going to put us in the hall, which is a bit change in scenery. It's quite a grand room, lots of history in it. Some people might find that quite daunting, but it was a lot cooler, and I loved it. I like if I'm well prepared, the additional pressure of surroundings or an event, I think they help for me. Beforehand, the nerves in the waiting room and the erg room, like there was a lot riding, actually I should say, there's a lot riding on this for the whole club. Selection for Henley was right around the corner, and I could tell nerves were heightened. For this one and the previous tests I've done this year, where I've aimed to go sub 620, but I guess I've failed. I still PB'd in the last one, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. What I realised is that I do let the erg split come up in the middle of the piece, and I don't freak out about that. You just sort of keep you calm. This is my plan of action. Go off at 134s, settle for 135s, reject 136s. So if the split did go up to 136, rather than cruising, which I've done in the past and just accepting it and then taking it in at the end, I rejected those 136s because I wanted to flatline it, which I don't normally do. I just wanted to guarantee that I would get sub 620. Set the clock, and we're off. So I got on and I felt really good. I knew the goal, sub 135, that's what it is, and you just got to hold that. That first 250 felt great, and I'm smiling at that point because I know, I really, really think it's in the bag at that point. Again, I wrestle with the split quite a bit. I reject the 36s, keep it on 35s, and then you see 34s every now and again, and that's good. That's a good sign. Like coming through the K point, it was like a yin and yang. I thought, this is a huge task, like my body's aware of that. I also know I'm going to get sub 620. Coming into 500, I think my split's saying 619, take it up a bit, and we're hitting 618s, which is just like great to see, because that's well and truly under 620. I wind at 300 to maybe even 200, bring it in. Might have even seen 617 at one point, but I set up for that 618. Unfortunately, I think you can see I stop a little bit early, and then finished the last few strokes with my arm, so I lost a little bit of speed there, but I get what I set out to get. Got sub 620. 9 years in those 620s and I broke it. Job done.
And we're back. We out of there. It feels quite good to get out there because lots of good vibes, well done and stuff like that. And now it feels good to just decompress, got it out of the way with. It's just been like a wild past month, really. Like nothing, because I've not changed anything. I'm not training any harder, I'm training just as hard as I have done all year. But it's all changed, like, in terms of how things are going for me at the moment. So I knew I had that from like stroke, well not stroke 1, but 250 in. Actually no, I fly tomorrow morning at 7, but I gotta leave.
I was going off to Porto that night. I had 2 days, I was going to have 2 days in Porto and then go to camp. And there was going to be, this 2K was obviously really influential for camp and for Henley. Email comes through, I think it was past midnight. I was staying up really late because I was fucking chuffed about the score and I was pretty buzzed. Everyone, there's loads of positive energy. I couldn't really sleep and I knew I was getting up very early to go to the airport. Email comes through past midnight. I check my phone. It's squads for camp. And I'm looking down the list. And I've been put in the top 16 athletes. So second 8 territory. These are the boats that should be winning Henley. Literally look at the list. Hanratty. I was just like, fuck.
Leave Clapham at 3, get to the airport for 2, Stansted. Didn't realise where Stansted was. It's not, Stansted is not in London.